Fantastic, you're back. Governor Suresh needs to speak to you right away. Hold on.
How wonderful to see you again. I'm sure you're already noticing the changes your efforts have brought. Rakghoul attacks are down 80% in the resettlement zone, and the few we encounter are repelled more easily. Construction crews are back to work with a bit of arm twisting, and they're developing more ambitious projects. They believe in what we're doing again, thanks to you.
Now that progress is being made, will the Republic send more resources?
I'm doing my best to see that they do. But in spite of our success, we still have some serious challenges. The Rakghouls we've displaced now threaten our forward expedition teams. We've endangered our most vulnerable projects. The work those teams are doing is critical to reclaiming Terrace. If we don't help them, the confidence we've worked so hard to restore could die forever.
Aren't there security forces to protect these people?
Of course. And their numbers are dwindling rapidly. Everyone working in that wilderness has lost friends and comrades. They're frightened and losing hope quickly. I need you to rekindle that hope. To show our people that no enemy is too powerful to overcome.
Let's get to work. Sounds like there's a lot to do.
The team leads are at Bridgick's Run. It was a top-notch swoop track before the Sith attacked.
A speeder will take you out once you're ready. When you land, find my agent Vilo. He'll be your guide. Hundreds of lives and millions of credits were sacrificed to bring us to this point. Do whatever it takes. Our project cannot fail.
Master Jedi, honored to have you. Nice to see some of your order out of the temple and in the world again.
They're coming. At the door. The door! We have to get out. Alert the base. Everyone needs to evacuate.
Is the base under attack? What's going on?
That's Maya. Former First Lieutenant of the Endar Rebirth. The first scout vessel sent here to evaluate the possibility of recolonization. Ship disappeared 5 years ago, and 3 days ago, Maya comes staggering out of one of the collapsed buildings outside the base. He lived out there. No weapons but what he made from salvage, holding his own against the Rakghouls all that time.
When pressed beyond endurance, a man can find great reserves within.
Those boys know they're part of the battle to keep the Sith out of our galaxy. They're hard to keep down. Maya swears there are other survivors trapped in those ruins, tormented by Rakghouls. Upper brass, sitting on Ord Mantell, say it's too dangerous to send in a rescue unit, so those boys will die to spare some others the risk of it.
5 years. Those soldiers should not be left to suffer another day.
I was hoping you'd jump on the chance. I'd have been right there with you back when I had no stripes to wear.
You'll help? They're in the ruins. The city, it's all collapsed. You can't see the ghouls. Just the yellow eyes and the smell.
Anyone you find, bring them here. We'll make sure they finish their days in comfort.
If you're here from Republic Command, don't worry. We got the message. It's too dangerous. And if you're from the Union, same thing. None of my men are working as long as those tremor maws are in the lake.
I don't know what a tremor maw is, but it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, swamp lizards the size of a speeder. We tried to build a pipeline to the lake. You know, you try and get the colonists a little fresh water, and what happens? Deaths, dismemberments, and your project's shut down. We exploded a few demolition charges to scare the maws off, but it just makes them want to fight. Our blasts were more like bait.
How long can the colonists last without fresh water?
No colonist can afford water that's flown in for long. It's become a pattern. The money dries up, people leave, and Rakghouls move into the ghost town. What I wouldn't give for someone to just shoot those lizards. It's not like we ever removed the bait.
This colony won't fail on my watch. I'll let you put down that pipe safely.
I wanted to say that up front, but I didn't want to put pressure on a Jedi. It just, ain't classy. The demolition charges are in the lake. Set them to go and get way, way back. The blast will be big. Then, get ready for the fight of your life. Mars can bite through a gripper crane, let alone humanoids like us.
You saved my life.
Just doing what I can.
I can't believe you came. You were so close. I could feel his breath on my skin.
It's going to be okay now.
I'm finally going home.
I'm here to rescue you.
I was about to give up. Thank you. Thank you.
Medic! Don't worry. You're safe now. We'll give you something to help you sleep. You did good. Maya says that's all that's left alive. If it wasn't for you, every one of those men would have turned rat ghoul. No, I wish I could have been there.
Do you think those scouts will ever recover?
Not like they used to be, but they'll get the best care we can give. Soon as those boys pass quarantine, we'll get them to a real hospital. Whatever they need, it's theirs on the Republic's tab. And I'll tell them, it's all thanks to you.
The Lake team says they heard you at work. Given the size of those blasts, I'm surprised we didn't down here. Any problems detonating those bombs?
No trouble. It's more fun than trying to defuse them.
I wouldn't know. Sounds like your life is a bit more exciting than mine. But there's good news. I told the Republic the swamp is clear, and they instantly gave the go. No more bureaucratic boondoggle. Now we'll double time it until the pipeline is done. Those colonists are gonna feel a lot better when they can afford a shower.
Abravimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag. Carogia gia Israe Christae, dasnia sia lagia ristic. Aprescimus, bava mirgalia vimos der horizonto.
Do you need medical attention?
Aitastiek apia cat virti. Abravimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag. Smal sio popudus mana ira padare mana nan kali.
Just tell me how I can be of service.
Vataranai angomis akananon, alas plotas era. Gratai aptikte, iruprit vertini savasia sa vebe kaijis.
Have to hand it to the pirates. They have perfect camouflage.
Bude wa'alu ful kuleg ukunet ugustama akukuzaudu. Afedwata jeng umpurezunta urze serge jesu persentadu.
An entire world is in danger, and you're using it to advance your career?
Uwata male subuzu vuzu jemur dul lunu. Warabul statul dun unmod tatolle ranzatuega.
You boys make me sick. Did you think Terrace was beaches and pretty girls? What, working on your tan? We came here to make credits, but the credits aren't here, are they? They're out there.
Is something wrong here?
These lazy slugs call themselves mercenaries, but they seem to have developed an allergic reaction to getting paid. We just gotta take a few scans of the sliding plate so the Republic knows it's safe to rebuild. How hard is that? But no, all the retired soldiers, security officers, and bounty hunters in the Republic are no match for readouts on structural damage.
That place is crawling with those rat-ghoul things. You saw what happened to Cal.
You're really gonna pass up the most lucrative opportunity of your careers on account of some oversized rats?
Aren't you being a little hard on them?
If these boys can't grow up, they're in the wrong business. But I'm sick of waiting around. You take this scanning device out to the big sliding plate and bring back the data, and I'll give you the majority cut. If the money on offer is any indication, the Republic needs this data badly, and I ain't leaving empty-handed.
You can count on me.
Glad to hear it. And don't let all this talk of rat ghouls scare you. They're blaster fodder.
You're a Jedi! I didn't know anyone else was out here. I'm Devin Race, milady. I have permission from Master Silvarte to be on Terrace. Exploratory mission to the old Jedi Enclave.
I haven't heard anything about a Jedi Enclave.
Centuries back, the Jedi had an outpost on Terrace. They left shortly before the world burned. I'm here to recover anything left behind. But between the fauna and the looters, I haven't had much luck. We were hoping for holocrons, diaries, Jedi history. In truth, we knew it was a long shot.
If you didn't think you'd find anything, why bother?
With the Order in disarray, and the Coruscant Temple lost. We need to tap every resource we can find. We're building a future. Master Sovarte warned me that any artifacts left behind would be hidden, protected, sealed in ferrocrete pillars or disguised as statues. Our tools are lightsabers and blasters. If you can cut away the outer layers, find anything from the Enclave in these ruins, bring it to me. I'd be grateful. Good to see you again. Incredible. You actually went through the ruins. Here it is. The history of the Jedi on Terrace. Artifacts I don't even recognize. Exactly what we need to rebuild the Order.
It was the least I could do.
You don't know what this means. I'll get them back to the Masters unharmed. I swear. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And may the Force be with you.
Well, what do we have here? Back and with all your limbs, huh? Not frothing at the mouth? Hey, you lazy slugs. Pay attention while I hand your pay over to someone more deserving. You did good work. These scans will be a big boost to the rebuilding effort. And I can finally get these boys back home to their mamas.
My pleasure.
The governor sent us plenty of help already. Volunteers, mercs, even Jedi. And they're all dead or working on it. I'm not watching the body count go any higher. We're pulling out. ASAP. You want to help? Help us load up for evac.
This work is too important to abandon.
That's not your call to make. If you want to get yourself eaten or turned into a monster, go right ahead. Anything and anyone that isn't packed when we leave is meat. Your choice.
Ni at umpampa, boshura moki. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta.
Do whatever you have to, Velo. Don't let him take these people out of here.
Kotocha ka nagulawa. Mijusku ba flota lista.
You don't look like a pirate. You're not a pirate, are you? Please tell me you're not a pirate.
Don't mind him, Jedi. Pirates attacked our settlement and fed his family to the Rakghouls. None of us have been the same, really. Perhaps you can help us?
Nobody should go through what this man has. Tell me what I can do.
First pirate that crosses my path, bang! Feed him to the Rakghouls. See how he likes it.
Look, maybe he's not all there. But all of us know how he feels. We built a settlement out here. We defended it from Rakghouls. We started families. And those pirates attacked and took everything. It's hard not to want revenge. But mostly we just need to move on. Start a new settlement on a different part of the planet, maybe.
I'm here to help. Is there anything I can do?
We had equipment at our camp that made Taris livable. Protected us from the Rakghouls. If we can get that equipment back, we can start over. Maybe start to forget and heal. Can you help?
You can count on me.
This is not a grooming behavior. That's tool use at the very least.
I know that, and you know that. I'm just saying neither the university nor the garrison... Never mind, we have company.
Hi, I'm Mola Haxtor. This is Professor Vraal. We're applied xenozoologists. Could you settle something for us?
I'm sorry, xenozoologist?
We study alien life forms. On Taris, that pretty much means rak ghouls.
Come look at this. We implanted a recording device in a rat ghoul and released him. This image is from the footage of his warren. It looks like a new species of rat ghoul. Taller, meaner, dominates normal rats. And when it was being recorded, it
reached over and shut the transmitter off.
You seem afraid that they're sentient. That's the larger threat.
Exactly. I told you it wasn't so hard, Vraal. This is why we need someone, you, to find our rat ghoul and extract his recording device. Besides the obvious academic prestige, it is essential that the Republic find out how dangerous this new species is.
The last thing we want are organized rat ghouls. I'll dig up your device.
How many teeth did you say those things have? Over 3,000? Because I think I feel every one of them.
Stop complaining. She barely grazed you. Besides, this gave us solid evidence of changes in Nexu maternal behavior as a result of... You! What do you know of the plight of the endangered Nexu?
Did some sort of creature attack your friend?
Oh, he's just my assistant. But are you seriously saying you've never seen a Nexu? One of the most graceful, intelligent, adaptable?
Giant, drooling cat monsters with big, pointy spikes.
Liberated zoo specimens started a thriving population here on Terrace. But the sows are starting to frenzy because their pups are being stolen! Blasted scavengers!
Are Nexu good eating or something?
Some unscrupulous piles of dung think it's fun to throw helpless animals into gladiatorial pits so people can laugh while they're cut into pieces!
Most of the time, the Nexu win.
I'd go after those scavengers myself, but I, lost all feeling in my blaster hand.
To a Nexu love bite.
Of course, if someone else wanted to volunteer...
We are here to restore Terrace's environment, not destroy it further.
Thank you. I knew I wasn't alone wanting to see a thriving Nexu colony.
I think they ate Outpost 5.
The best thing to do is to hit the scavengers' main compound, destroy all the cages, and they can't take another Nexu. You're done. You lifesaver jerk. Did you do it? Did you strike a blow for Nexu everywhere?
Oddly easier than striking a blow against Nexu.
Tell me how it went.
Your Nexu pups are safe.
Ah, because of your efforts, future generations can enjoy the magnificent sight of a Nexu stalking its prey through the Teresian swamps.
Probably human prey.
Nexu attacks should drop dramatically now that they're no longer defending their cubs. Thank you.
Any chance of changing our plans to focus on saving the rare Teresian bark beetle?
You're back. Let's queue up that footage and see the rat ghouls.
Calm down, Mola. I think some thanks are in order.
Yes, of course. We'd never go into the Warrens, even with an escort. This wouldn't have happened without you.
The swarms were pretty thick in that Warren. You'll get something you can use.
I'll upload the footage. Let's talk after we've looked it over.
The new species has a lair that looks like an ex-power plant. And it's got, get this, crude recent construction.
Mola, the fact that they can build a ladder is the least of our worries. Day 2, minute 11. One of the new species pushes away the others in order to get at a food source.
But he pushes them without touching them. It's very clear there is no contact.
The new species can use the Force.
But the old kind, they never could, right?
There is a widespread theory that the Rakul plague was an artificial creation of the so-called dark side. Thus, their evolution deviates from the standard model. But it leaves us with some disturbing possibilities.
We don't know if just one of the new species is Force sensitive or all of them. If it's all of them, the garrison is considering evacuation.
This is the largest threat facing Taris. We need eyes in that Rakul lair.
This could be easier than you think. An intelligent species might try to communicate.
Don't think I'll take that, pet.
All right, the lair you want is deep in Rakul territory. Some of the power plant structure is still recognizable. I'll fit you with a transmitter so we can see what you see. Get close enough to film the creatures, but if one notices you, do what you have to do.
Oh, thank goodness you've got our equipment. I've got word of another group of settlers not far from here. We'll probably set up camp together.
You might want to set up in a safer place this time.
We'll take your advice to heart.
I smell blood. Pirate blood. Stinky, gooey pirate blood.
The pirates are all dead, Ivan. Now we can leave. We can build a new settlement. Let's go.
There's something strange about this place. A presence. I can't tell if it's good or bad.
approach. I am Bayan Siyu of the Sanage Temple.
Hey, you! The one who killed the Nekku! Open the lock! This holocron is crazy!
Calm yourself. I am incapable of madness. Madness is eternal chaos, and there is no chaos, only harmony.
Before I open that door, maybe you want to tell me who's in there.
He is the Jedi Knight, Denajor. He came here seeking battle with the Net Ghouls.
Of course I did! Anyone can sense the darkness here, and you, old man, are the source!
Dana misunderstands. The Net Ghouls became Force-sensitive and activated me. I have taught them, but only to help them master themselves. Had he not invaded their territory, my lessons would have sunk in better.
How can you justify teaching predators the Force?
Humans are predators, as are Twi'leks, Togruta, and other sentients. Net Ghouls also can choose their path.
He keeps saying that, but he's been trying to teach them manners for years. It won't work. There are hundreds of rat ghouls and net ghouls in the deep warrens by the reactor. They can't be allowed to live.
Revenge is not the Jedi way, Dana. Your plan will create ruin and poison.
The creatures are dangerous, but I would hear both sides.
He wishes you to use that control panel to fire the reactor and lower its shielding. What you plan is mass murder. No thinking creature deserves to die a lingering death from radiation. There are alternatives.
They were born of dark side sorcery. They cannot change.
It merely requires time, which I have. They cannot harm me. Leave me here with them, and seek death no more.
If they can think and choose, they can learn. Reach them if you can. We will go.
Your trust will not be forgotten. Now free this man.
I am free, but they live unpunished. If I can't give justice to their victims, what will I do?
Return to the surface. Then meditate upon the actions that led you here.
I will do so. Thank you for saving my life.
You are a remarkable person not to give in to instinct. A lesson these Net Ghouls must also learn. It may be generations, but what is done with the dark can be undone by the light. One day, they will walk on Taris as humans do.
Professor Vral here. We got everything recorded. Good work. We heard the plan. We'll keep watch on the site. Now, clear out of there before something hears all this talking.
Master Jedi. But how? There were no survivors. You weren't part of the research team, were you? Then I gotta warn you. There's something around here that hunts Jedi like the mother of all rat ghouls. The creature's got a whole Jedi expedition, then ate my unit for dessert.
What creatures? Something attacked the Jedi?
Something that makes rat ghouls look downright cute and cuddly. Should have known when they said the Jedi got wiped out. What am I supposed to do that half a dozen Jedi can't? I don't know if those monsters ate the Jedi and barfed up the Force, but they were using powers like I've never seen.
We cannot ignore a menace on that scale.
You think you can do better than the other Jedi? Be my guest. Let me know what happens, so I can convince them not to send me back in.
Commander! Damn! Who are you? What's happened here?
I was wondering that myself.
This whole thing, it's all wrong. This wasn't supposed to happen. How did I get stuck cleaning up the Republic's old messes? These men were here to deactivate bombs that the Republic gave to a Taurus street gang 300 years ago during the Sith occupation. The bombs were meant to empower a revolt, but the Sith killed that idea when they decided to destroy the planet.
Why did they destroy the planet?
The Holos say they were trying to prevent the Jedi Basta Lashan from escaping. Typical Sith overkill. We didn't realize that the bombs withstood the planet's destruction until one of our scientific expeditions was inadvertently blown up. I don't know who I angered, but it fell to me to ensure that the remaining bombs were deactivated. These commandos were my last shot. Please, you've survived up there. You have to help me.
Helping others is both a duty and an honor.
Thank you. You'll be saving lives, not to mention my job.
Three, two...
Shut it off! Everyone okay?
Just a few burns. I'm sorry, sir. We didn't get anything.
That looked like a nasty shock. You should see a medic.
Yes, thank you. I'll do that, Master Jedi.
We're supposed to get the old city computer systems back online. My team's been soldering hardware for weeks.
Problem is, some of the power systems are still operational. We keep hitting electrical surges, someone's going to get killed.
Engineering Team Gamma was supposed to find the generators and set them to emergency mode, but that ain't happening now.
Don't tell me. The friendly terrace wildlife is causing problems?
That's what they keep telling us.
The generators are outside the safe zone. Area's crawling with rat ghouls and prowlers. Until someone regulates the power, my team can't do a thing. I'm sure you've got your own problems, but if you can lend a hand, don't be shy.
Listen here, all you blaster-wielding frontier fighters. Sund Technologies is the best provider of wartime technology the Republic has. Now, I'll tell you, there are some very violent creatures out there. Rat ghouls, Nexu. I have the injuries to prove it. But when there's work to be done, and credits to be made, Sund Tech doesn't rest, and neither should you. What I am offering is a high-paying technological recovery operation that will revolutionize the Republic's work here on Terrace.
In other words, you're a profiteer.
Like that's a bad thing? People expect companies to be profitable, but a person who profits is called a profiteer. I happen to know that 300 years ago, some enterprising swoop racers got their hands on a revolutionary engine accelerator. And I thought, here's the Republic struggling to reclaim Terrace because of bad conditions and poor transportation. And the solution's right here. All they need is someone to transform that accelerator into the kind of innovative, high-efficiency transportation Sun Technologies is known for.
Was it the usefulness or the credits that occurred to you first?
Money? Pah! It's the thrill! Can you imagine how fast a speeder would be with that accelerator attached? Problem is, the old swoop tracks are crawling with beasts. Beasts that nearly chewed my leg off. I'm not going to say I've overreached myself here, but I'm not really the fighting kind. I could use some help finding the accelerator.
Just tell me where to go.
Just head out to the old tracks and scan the old bikes. If you can clear out the beasts so we can salvage the accelerator when you're done, even better. two things that would really make my day right about now. An Alderaanian brandy, or news that you found the accelerator and cleared the track. One or the other. I'm not picky.
Alderaanian brandy would be good right about now, but it's the latter.
Here you go. Don't spend it all in one place. I hear there's a super fast speeder hitting the market in 10 to 12 months.
The last of the active bombs just disappeared from the grid. I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure.
You've saved countless lives, and for that, I'm grateful.
How's it looking, Imani?
Power readings are stable, sir. No reason we can't go in.
Power generators are reset. And it's you we have to thank, am I right?
It was the least I could do. Your team's taking a risk out here, too.
You've got my thanks at any rate. We should get back to it. We've lost time, and there's still a long way to go before systems integrity is restored.
Pleasure working with you, sir.
Get out while you can. There's nothing they can pay to make this job worth it. Oh. My apologies, Master Jedi. I thought for a second you were a hired grunt like the rest of us. Like rat ghouls aren't bad enough. They need to start breeding in the middle of a blasted nuclear reactor. Makes them twice the size and mean.
I'm sorry. I don't think we've been introduced.
Name's Laris Kowzek. The Republic hired us to clear this wasteland for settlement. What a joke. I went into the rat ghoul warren right over that way, with 24 men. I'm the only one who crawled out alive. They're swimming in radiation. They've mutated into monsters that don't slow down even when you blast their brains onto the wall.
I've yet to meet a beast that can stand up to the Force.
Good, because a blaster was about as effective as a water gun. If they aren't destroyed down to the last beast, the whole settlement will be a graveyard. Once you're done, if you live, talk to Androclus Methodius there. He's heading up this task force.
We are here on a mission of mercy. I am recording this holojournal to preserve our efforts for posterity. All evidence indicates that Rakuls are not beasts, but formerly sentient victims of a plague that mutates the body and mind. It was Sith science that created the plague. And where the Force has corrupted, perhaps the Force can also heal. We have set our camp near a Rakul lair, but have had little luck making contact with the creatures. We take heart that our theories are sound, for there is a palpable dark side presence coming from the lair. It is that influence we must combat to turn back the plague. Masters Trey Trimble and Lucana are dead. They ventured too close to the lair and were attacked. There was Something else leading the Rakuls. It seemed impervious to the power of the Force. I fear we've now drawn its attention. We are being picked off one by one. We have doused our fire, but still they find us. They seem to smell the Force in us. The light draws out their own darkness. We were wrong. This is far worse than a plague. They cannot be saved. I hope we still can...
The rat ghouls are dead.
And the other things? The big ones? What were they? You know what? Long as they're dead, I don't give a bantha's backside. Let the Jedi figure it out.
One of your mercs asked me to clean up some mutant rat ghouls he couldn't handle.
Master Jedi, I'm honored that you would take on such a task. I trust you've come to collect the reward. If you've destroyed those berserkers, it's well worth it. I don't know what they're thinking, opening this place to colonization.
We heard the good news.
The governor wishes to...
The governor wishes to congratulate you herself. You've done some truly incredible work for Terrace. Every last person here is in your debt.
Knowing we've made Terra safer is reward enough for me.
You've done far more than that. I'm certain there will be many more challenges to overcome as we continue our work. But I'm also certain your heroic example will inspire everyone who works to make Terrace the brightest point in the Republic.
I'm proud to have been a part of something so important.
We're all proud to have had you with us. Travel safely.